Alright, so we made it to the cabin, and my uncle's here today. That's cool. He used to work at the Marine Corps Museum. Or, I don't know if he still does, actually. And probably volunteer is probably a more accurate word. He also used to live in the house next door that we have in Alexandria. So when I got here, my dad showed me that I have this box, and it's the muffler. It's not the muffler. The exhaust system for my pit bike. So, and the Jeep is up at the house right now. But we're gonna start with the exhaust system today on the pit bike, and then we'll go from there. I brought my airsoft and also the what's it called? The golf cart is up at the house. So let me just pause the video while I move this, and then we'll start again. All right, got the pit bike in the working position. SSR, baby. And let's see. By the way, update. Still no brakes. Still not interested in brakes. I hadn't mentioned this before, but I've replaced this carburetor multiple times. This time it's actually working. Let's see, and that's the only thing that's been replaced, I think. But now we're about to do the exhaust system, as long as the exhaust system is actually compatible and what I needed, because I pretty much need to not have like an actual muffler because it affects the back pressure of the bike, and it's an older bike, and I've broken it in a very specific way, so it needs that clearance in order to function properly and not stall. So let me show you what the other exhaust system looks like at this point. Look at this. This is gnarly. This is the last one. This is the original one. Eventually the muffler fell off, and then I realized I actually wanted it off. But it's already been welded, and the reason this happens is because the fuel, I think the fuel gets in the exhaust system and then combusts in the exhaust system. It makes a really loud pop sometimes, and I love that sound. It means it's functioning properly, because when I let off the fuel, it closes the carburetor airflow, but there's still a little bit of Venturi effect pulling the fuel through, but it doesn't combust it doesn't spark and combust in the system because the air is obstructed, the oxygen flow is obstructed, so instead it reaches the exhaust system and combusts because of the heat. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. So that's why I have to replace it, is because Mr. Billy here goes hard as fuck. So we have to, let's see, what am I gonna use? I don't have my knife on me. So I'm gonna open it with something else. Open the package with something else. Let's see, what do we got today? What do we got? Scissors, that'll work. Actually, wait, no, this is better. X-Acto knife. There you go. Yeah, I usually have a karambit on me, but I've been wearing my like vest less, so I don't carry the karambit. I can't remember why there was an event, or there's something I had to go to that I didn't want to wear my vest for, and then I just decided to stop wearing it as much. It's not a bulletproof one. It doesn't have any armor. It's just like a harness vest. But I don't know. That's how I have. That's usually when I have my knife on me, and I don't have it on me right now. So, all right, perfect. It's just the pipe, because I did not want a muffler system. All right, now I'm gonna set up a view, and then we can just watch me get to work here on this. All right, let's see. Gotta take this stuff out my pockets too. I don't like working this stuff in my pockets, which is why I had the harness. Alright, let's see if it even fits. Oh, I gotta take the skid plate off too. And lock in low key. Skid plate bottom, we got a 10 back here. I changed the oil not that long ago, but I should probably change it again at some point. It went a really long time without needing an oil change. But since it's getting older, I'm starting to pay more attention to stuff like that. And by not that long ago, I mean like maybe a year. And I only ride it on the weekends, and even on that, not every weekend. Alright, so there's that. Skid plate's off. Now I need to remove these. And actually, before I put this on, I'm gonna take a rag and just check to make sure I'm getting some of the, make sure there's no obtruse debris.
Where are the rags? There's something. No! Where is it?
Alright, this should be good enough. It hasn't been that long since the exhaust system's been off, and I haven't done any riding on it since then, so there shouldn't be any debris up inside the case there. I just wanted to make sure that nothing had accumulated, like maybe a hornet hadn't like built a nest in here or something. Because I see mud, I see evidence of a hornet potentially having at some point tried to build something in the radiator fins. If you look right there, that's an indicator that something may have been building while I was in the shed. So just looking, I don't know if you can even see that, probably not, but up in there I just needed to make sure nothing crazy was up there, and it doesn't seem like there is, so I'm gonna go ahead. And I may want to secure this as well, not just with the original restraints, but yeah, I've got like a piece of wire over here. I'll deal with that after I get this hooked up. It's actually a really simple job, especially because the original exhaust system was already off. All I need to do is put these two nuts and bolts, washers? Are these washers? I always forget the terminology. Work with this shit your whole life and you never fucking can remember the shit. Mostly because I try to avoid saying nuts when I can, so I intentionally scramble. Nuts, bolts, bolts, washers. The bolt is the long part, the nut is the twisty part. Right? Is that right? You don't need to know what it's called in order to work with it with your hands. You just need to be able to know what it does and how it works. The best teams got that beat up. I'm listening to the sports radio, and I'm imitating them. My dad leads it. Never mind. I'm shutting up now. I didn't bring my chest rig today, so we're not gonna do a whole ride along video. But I will test this exhaust system, and I'll set up the camera so you can see me driving around a little bit. But no ride around video today. Apologies. I probably should have put some washers because there's a little bit of a gap, but I'm not going to do that right now. I would also probably use some pressure lock washers, but I don't need to right now. So if I see an issue occurring, then I will put a pressure lock washer in there. It's also extra material. Actually, you know what? Let me look now. Let me look now and see if we even have any. I stood up. No, it didn't stand up too fast. Thank God. I'm healing a little bit. Usually, a lot of time, I'm so many times used to standing up just at a normal speed to me, and then like passing TF out. Not like literally, but like vision goes black for a second. Alright, looks like any pressure washers we might have. Well, there might be some more somewhere, but there's not immediately the right size of pressure washer, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. If there was, I would be like, no, I'm not going to be lazy. But there is not, so I'm not being lazy. I'm just being fruitful. Focusing on, oh, got to get this plastic off of here. That might heat up and cause a problem. Brushed steel.
2, 3, 4 years from now, women's basketball, the combination of rival league, right? The WNBA, and then women's college basketball. Wouldn't surprise me if women's basketball became the third most popular or important.
Skibbity, 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 skibbity. Ohio got Riz. Oh, don't need desktop. Bees. Would you like some fries with that? Oh, hell yeah. Fam's got fake Tourette's. Let's go. Well, it's not really fake. It's just not my Tourette's. I'm just honoring the memory of those who I've encountered with Tourette's. Such as Bob Saget. Insofar as Bob Saget. Skid plate returned. T. The survivalry. El Elos Husbando.
It is rare that to see records like that go
10.
special. There's a lot at stake, man. I mean, UConn's 12th national title in program history, be their first since 2016. And then for South Carolina,
I'm on tap here because I got a wrench with a 10 and an 8. I don't even gotta swap. I don't even gotta swap wrenches. I can just flip it over.
one of the elite coaches in the college game. And I'm super excited for the matchup. The freshman battle. We're going to see Sarah Strong.
And so, as you see here, we have Exhibit A, Skibidi Galriz. A very damning evidential circumstance. And as you see here, Exhibit 2, Ohio gozaimasu. We are racist, so we're going to be mean about the fact that he likes Japan. Just kidding. I'm not racist. I am imitating the forces that be against me.
No breaks. We're gonna use that against you in court.
How? Sway, tell me how you're going to use that against me in court. I'm on my own property. I'm on my dad's property. He says it's okay.
Never gets too high, never gets too low. Really excited to see it in UConn. You want to talk about state that win? Beat the hell out of these 85.
Oh yeah, but what about when you go off the property?
Okay, what about when you go off the property?
Was excited to see.
Shit, you got us there, fam. We ain't clean. We dirty, fam. And you fucking went in on an Epsilon tip. Bro, what are you talking about? I'm an only child.
We got South Carolina and North Carolina, but what about East and West Carolina? Evidence of the War of 1758, if I've ever seen it.
And if you figure out what the documents of 1758, you'll find the buried treasure. It's on that one island. Yeah, you know the one. Roanoke Island.
Hey! Like Davis, Radrick. Please do not strip the bolt. Please. All right, that's enough. Wait, it's almost enough. Hold on. Ah! All right. Bet, bitty, skibby, do that. It's a 10. It's an 8. It's a tate. It's a tenuate. Dude, did this guy just attenuate his system? Alright, now, I'm gonna see if I can hook this up and secure the prophecy.
Fulfill the prophecy.
But the prophecy says, This Shake Warpian Skizzit Flism ain't gotta be that tight, fam. It just gotta be enough that if it does something crazy, it has a little reinforcement. Ow! Aha! Alright, now let's take this over to the Skibidi Gotriz Center and check it on the tech. First, put away the rag. This wasn't me, but pick it up. Pick up the blade. Put it away. See, you don't gotta yell at me. I already yell at myself. Now execute! Execute! Eggs are cute. Skibidi, 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 skibidi. Gotriz. Ohio gozaimasu. We are at the zone in which we must check on the tech. And by the tech, I mean the tectonic plates. Check on the tech. That is more than enough fuel for now. I don't want to overflow it. This is a magic gas cap. It operates on quantum physics. All right, let's get crick-a-lickin', brock-a-lockin', chock-a-blocka, chop a lot of broccoli. good to me, and that was pretty much off the rip. It's pretty warm today. It's not super warm, but it's pretty warm. So that was a good warm-up, considering the pipe. And if anything was wrong with it, it would have stalled. If it had that muffler, it would have stalled at that one juice point. So now I'm gonna set you up. We're gonna rip a little bit. Actually, yeah, let's go.
Alec Clark Stewart. Aerodynamic cutting system. Aeronautic combat survival. And 8.
Alright, so now that we've accomplished that task, we are going to go for a very calming ride in the golf cart to make up for the fact that I didn't get to film the K cars today. Like I was saying, I didn't whip out my camera immediately because I was like being chill. And then everybody left before, like, I went to get my stuff, and it took a long time to get the coffee and stuff. They even served someone who was in the line behind me before me. Also, beautiful view. Great weather today. It's a little bit gray, but there's no problem with that. So yeah, we're gonna get some golf cart video instead. And I won't be driving erratically or all crazy, but I'll try to make it a little bit interesting, at least, just so that you have a little fun. And then maybe when I get home, I'll do some Tokyo Extreme Racer with the Cappuccino. Jeep. Gotta love the Jeep. And then here's the golf cart. This is not a toy per se, so I won't be driving it like I do in the video game, like I drive things in video games. I'll just be taking it around. But it's a beautiful thing. Hooray! I got permission to take the golf cart out. I have to ask because multiple people rely on this vehicle. Oh wait, his door is open. I should go tell him about that. This is my uncle, by the way. A picture from years ago. There's a stick. I'll have to start again. Hold on. My dad told me to be careful of the undercarriage. But I want to make the full pass here. So I'll go back and I'll do it again. And that's why I didn't go through there also, so that I wouldn't accidentally catch anything. That's fun. Should I run it the other way too? I think I should run it. I'll go the other way too. And don't worry, I'm being very careful. I'm not exceeding the limitations of the cart by any means. Or of my skill set. Yeah, this is not a stunt vehicle, but it is pretty fun to drive in certain spots, especially spots that don't require high speeds or a lot of torque on the undercarriage, because this is a golf cart, not a drift car. As much as I'd love to build a golf cart drift car one day, this is not that car, fam. This is a very gentle piece of machinery that requires a very gentle touch, and yet it is super fun. And no, this isn't a golf course, although I have thought it might be fun to put a cup out there somewhere. Because if it was a golf course, you'd drive from the house. I mean, not drive as in what I'm doing right now, but you'd take a driver, start up there, tee from there, all the way down there, and then just put something non-obtrusive down there, a marker, not an actual hole, because we still have to like mow the well, you get what I'm saying. I hope you don't misconstrue, but we're not about to put a hole in the ground, but it might be fun to put a marker out there to try to get close to at some point, putt into the flag or something. We're gonna go a little bit longer just because I missed the K car club. We're gonna go a little bit longer. Switch hands, fam. Beautiful flowers too. Spring has sprung. And this vehicle is also not for the wooded trail. If you watch the video with the Jeep, that vehicle is much better for going up that way. But this one is fine for staying on this section. And I'm gonna go down this way and turn around because we haven't been I don't think we picked up the sticks in the other yard yet. Pond looks beautiful today too. Yeah, but I'll turn around here because I don't know if there's a bunch of sticks on the ground over there, and I don't want to mess this thing up. Actually, well, let's just go over and then we'll see if there's any sticks if I have to turn around. So far, so good. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, there are a few sticks, but there's nothing, some roots and stuff too. I don't think there's anything too serious. Yeah, it's not, I was worried we had branches down and stuff. That was fun. I'm glad I went down that way, even though I said I was not going to, because I was anticipating something worse than actually was there. I wanted to show you that side and what it's like on the tour. All right, we're not gonna push this thing too hard. We're gonna go up the easy way. The hard way's that way. My pit bike will do that. But the golf cart is not the pit bike. All right, we'll do one more section and then we'll head back. This is the original driveway. Is just right down there. There's a path that goes all the way through, but we have this paved section now. I was considering doing a video today where I had the airsoft guns, or one of them at least, and I was driving around shooting airsoft at targets, but I realized that I'd forgotten to bring my chest rig. And also, that means I have only one hand for the steering wheel, which means no hands for the, I don't have any hands for the airsoft. I could, yeah, sure, I could drive around with it next to me and shoot stuff. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I might do that. I might go get my airsoft now and then do that. But first I'm gonna check and make sure no one needs the cart so that I can drive a little longer. Looks like no one needs it yet, so... Oh crap, I forgot. move the Mazda down to the... You don't need the cart yet, right? I was just stopping to make sure that no one needed it yet. I'm gonna go around with the airsoft guns and stop and shoot at stuff with airsoft guns with the cart. Do. Wait, I should have some water. Don't forget to hydrate, kids and adults and other entities that need water. By the way, I buy the Pocari Sweat bottle. I drink the Pocari Sweat. And then I refill it either with water from the well, which is up there, or water from the spring, which is over there. All right, let's go. Let's go find our first location. Actually, before we go, I'm gonna set up. How about that? Tankata full, Tankata empty. Shouts out to Sig Sauer. I run 2 Sig Sauer options. That's the MCX right there. Which is battery op. This one's battery operated. Orange tip. No need to trip. But if it's got a black end, someone's life might end. Orange tip, no need to trip. Black end, someone's life might end. Not always. You gotta be careful. I don't mean to dramatize, but gun safety is very, very, very serious. All right, we'll just, we'll go with this first, and then we can stop and take the sidearm out at some point if we want. Safety on. Do 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 dum. Do pra. Ba 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 boom. Gotta strap my baby in. Don't want anybody falling out and getting hurt. Now we go. All right, how am I gonna climb this with no hands? One hand holding the GoPro, one hand holding the SIG. Glad this one's still safe. I didn't check it before I climbed. I didn't set this seat up, by the way. My uncle and his friends go hunting on our property sometimes. Let's see, I'll hold the GoPro like I have a canted sight or something. Does that make you happy? Oh wait, how about I do it through, can I put it through the sight, the actual sight? I'm not using the red dot right now, I'm just aiming from the hip. How about now, canted sight? Wait, how about this side? Extend the stock. There, is that cool enough for you guys? Those are all hits. If you want, someone can edit some hit markers in. Toka toki, tweet tweet tweet, toka toki. That's pretty fun. Here, let me give you a different angle. There's always a few of them that fall out, and I'm not really sure why. Safety's on. All right, dismount. Should I do a little parkour roll from here? I'm not that high up, so I think it should be safe. All right, you ready? Parkour roll. Ah, Futsukura! Take no Sanama! Just kidding. I'm calm. I'm zen. Let's see, is there another location? I'm trying to think if there's any other, oh, there's cows down there. Moo! 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 They don't feel like mooing back right now.
Sometimes they moo.
I heard a chicken. Or a rooster, whatever. All right, let's go to another location for the sidearm. And I'm leaving baby cakes here out so that she/it/we/us/our me. It's our me. It our me. It me. It me, fam. We are me. But let's go to another spot and see if we can find a good sidearm location. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. I was just trying to make sure it's recording. Applebee's, Applebee's. Someone's gotta have Applebee's. Is it me? Nah, fam. It is us. I mean, it's our me. I mean, someone's Applebee's. The joke is that this used to be an apple orchard, and also I saw a bee immediately after I sang that song. I see a downed chair. That's supposed to be on the burn pile. Or at least in the burn pile vicinity. It rolled out. Oh, let's go to the, wait a minute. Let's go to the pool. Holy Crabworth. You know, this used to be clean. Once upon a time, we used to put in the work to clean this. But eventually too many cracks formed and they resisted patching. We used to patch them every year. So now this is what we have left. That's why in that one song, I think it was Do It Yourself, I go, wait, no. Yeah, I think it is, right? Family got 7.5 acres. We got a pond, I'm balling like the Lakers, rolling through the woods like some bakers, because this place is called Baker's Acres. I can split it. Are there any takers? And I was talking about the wood, because I don't know if you saw, but we have firewood. And then it was, we got a pool, but we leave it empty. It's not exactly empty, but we're leaving it empty. You know, that's just rainwater. Forgot the rules, run it like it's meant to be. Look, I'm running at the frickin' pool. I don't respond to messages that you send to me. I found out that you're not who you pretend to be. Training sequence commence. I removed the battery just so I don't accidentally wear out the electrical parts when I'm done, I mean. See, sometimes I forget, but I'm usually pretty good about it. Now we have my sidearm bag, M17 with the red dot, orange tip, nobody trip. I have one functioning mag right now because one of the things popped off, and I had to re-lubricate the seal on this one as well. I think I used a silicone lubricant. The battery's starting to run down on the GoPro, so I'll have to pause and then I'll go recharge the battery, and if I still got time today, then whoops, I clipped my nails and so I couldn't hold the thing down. Also, I've noticed that after repeated uses, this magazine doesn't fire the whole 21 or whatever it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or it doesn't fire the whole magazine very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, hold on. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I think that's how many are supposed to be in there, but you can fit more than that. It used to fire the whole thing, but I think 21 is all it's supposed to have, right? Unless you have an extended, like, is this considered this is an extended, right? Because the 17 comes with the extended clip, whereas the 18 does not, right? I think that's correct. Does the 18 have the extended barrel as well? I don't know. But I gotta juice this one up. I bought some Asura gas. I have another brand too, but this is what I got from Amazon. Yeah, see, I feel like it used to take longer to fill this thing up. I'm not so sure. But it's not really important right now. We're just having fun. It's not competition season. And once again, I don't really need the red dot for this section because I'm not really doing anything. You probably want to see me rack it, don't you? There we go. Third time. I'm not even looking down the sights. I'm just going by where the thing is going. Three. Good job, me. Time for a flip. Let's see if we can do it. Ah! Trigger discipline. I didn't hit that last target. And that was the end of the rack. I hit the last one too. That was fun. Well, car and I. Whee, that was fun. All right, let's go put the bag back in the car. Oh, I know you want to see me in the pool, fam. Whee. There we go. All right, let's go. All right, fine. We'll do the I was gonna turn right, but we'll just do the loop one more time, just because it was so fun. I'll do the loop with this camera angle. And then I gotta stop because I'm tearing up the ground a little bit because it's a little bit wet. Do one more. Other side. And once again, that did not stress the cart. I was very careful to check my momentum and speed and how much torque I was putting on the corner. And the reason I'm stopping now is because I don't want to tear up the ground any more than I need to. That was fine because that will reset itself when it rains or whatever. But if I keep doing that and digging grooves into the section, then it will cause unnecessary erosion. You gotta know when to stop with these things. Oh, I bumped my I bumped the key in my pocket on the steering wheel of the golf cart, and it locked the car. It made the Mazda beep, and it locked the car. Oh wait, other side. A little more water too, because I did that running in the flip. My foot is healing, thank God. I think that's the two things I said I was going to do today to make up for missing the K-Car Club. So let's go put the cart back.
Frolicking.
Here's the well.
Whee!
I'm just like the deer. That's why we get along so well. My foot is still hurt though. I have to be careful. Oh shit, a Nirnroot. Look, I'm living in Skyrim. I just found a Nirnroot. It goes wong, wong. And it glows, I swear. Should we go climbing? Ow, I hit my head on the branch. I'm a little taller than I used to be. I'm going back down. Oh, such a nice day. Look, the sun's coming out. There's a hawk over there or something. So I think now I'm gonna take this. Did I bring a charging block? If I brought a charging block, I'm gonna charge the GoPro battery a little bit, and we'll see how much battle tanks we can do. I said I was gonna do that if it rained, but I might do it anyway. We'll see. And while the GoPro is charging, I got my market burger, and I got a good book. But yeah, let's read this one now. And I got a charging block, thank goodness. Water. Oh wait, I have too many. I'm gonna pause here because I got a bunch of stuff in my hands. All right, see ya. I've never seen this before, so I'm documenting it. The pellet rifle was out, and I didn't even get it out. For as long as I can remember, I'm the only one who's ever gotten the pellet rifle out. So my dad and my uncle must have been playing with it. It's a really nice little pellet rifle. Same person gave me this that gave me my Fender Stratocaster, and I'm very grateful. They're probably shooting down range. This is where I usually shoot from, because I got my Daisy too.
Where the hell is it?
I got my Daisy too. This is the first one I had.
Information at KCPLA.
In a stroke of genius, I've decided to see if I can charge the GoPro while I'm filming. It doesn't seem to have. There's no charging symbol. Hold on, let me try something. Yeah, it looks like those two things are not compatible. I can either charge or I can record. Well, I'll let it charge a little longer then. Alright, well now we're gonna try to play Battle Tanks. And I say try because something's different from when I was a kid. I used to get like hundreds of, I remember literally getting 100 kills in the Tank Wars one time, but now it is not the same. I have noticed some strange behavior in this program, and although last time I played the campaign, I smoked everyone and was an ultimate warlord. I don't know what's gonna happen this time. But just so you know, I'm booting up fresh. I've got my old controller. I was using this one, but I got suspicious of it. It's a new one that I had, third party, I don't know. But this one's the one I've been using since I was a kid. Fresh boot up. No, I do have a Game Shark. I have 2 of them, but I'm not gonna use them. Fresh boot, straight to it. And you'll just have to deal with the camera angle because this is the best I can do. And also, okay, so you're gonna deal with the camera angle, and then also, if I run out, I didn't get to charge fully. We're at 57, so we're gonna get through as much as we can. And then, if it starts to run down, I'll keep playing. I'll charge the battery, and then I'll try to capture as much of it as I can. Is what I'm saying. Let's go. Oh, and first let me show you why I commented on that Luan video. I'm not putting any controller pack in or anything. No controller pack.
is my favorite. This is my favorite map. Wait, do I have to kill the last tank? I don't think I've ever had to do that before. Oh, but usually I clean them up before I do that. That makes sense. Where's the last guy? How did that not get destroyed? I could have sworn I tossed a grenade in there. DC, son.
Just so you know, I collected that nuke and got high and turned it into a power plant and disabled it as a WMD and turned it into a free energy source. Good luck finding it. Now, there's another nuke on this map, too. And actually, on the last map, the nuke is sometimes required because there's sometimes one guy that gets stuck outside the map. And I got lucky and I hit him with the gas instead. I didn't have to hit him with the nuke. I didn't even mean to hit it. It was an opportunity. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Because the nuke affects the whole map, but the gas only affects that one portion. But I launched into the nuke section, and I got killed by the gas immediately, which means I got high and turned the nuke into a power plant instead of using it as a nuke. Just so you know, I actually forgot the gas was there because I don't know why, but I guess usually when I collect the nuke, I'm playing 2-player, I guess. And once again, it's only required to use that if one of the enemy tanks is outside of the walls. And like I said, I like opportunely hit the gas. And the gas hit the guy outside of the map, which was that I've never done that before. That was gnarly. Or he's not outside the map; he's outside the wall. That's what I meant. But he's not anywhere anymore right now. Got him. time. 7%. Hold on. 7%. We'll come back to this in a minute after I charge. While I was letting the battery charge, I went out and I took the bike out and look. I don't know if you can see that. It's starting to turn colors now, which is awesome. And apparently my dad had intentionally taken this off of the burn pile because he likes looking at it. So that's that. Explains that. Back to charging. All right, we're at 32%. I couldn't charge it more because the longer I leave it on pause, the more I run the risk of it freezing. So we got to get back to it.
forgot about this one. I mean, just when I was counting one more time. Stop shooting me.
16%. 0%. Holy crap. Hold on, gotta charge. Something weird happened with my GoPro, and like the battery died too quickly at the last section. I don't know if it even saved my I don't even know if it saved my progress. So instead, we're gonna switch to the phone, and we'll just do the rest. We'll do the last mission like this, okay? This is how we'll do the last mission. Hopefully it doesn't fall or anything. And hopefully my phone doesn't die. Oh wait, I can prevent that. Hold on. The GoPro wouldn't charge and film at the same time, but the phone will. Aw, crap. But you know what? I can't charge I can't use the charging block if it's already being used. Dad, do you have an extra charging block? An extra charging block? Do you have an extra charging block? Okay, I'll try that. I have to go get my cable though. Anyway, I finished the mission where I had to pick up the kids and bring them back. I think there was another convoy mission, and what was it? Oh yeah, the one where you start as a Goliath on the tank tracks, where you're like, you can slide back and forth. I also did that one. And they were limited. It was pretty much the same pattern as the rest of the missions. So just kind of extrapolate my performance on those and apply it to those. And now it only just occurred to me that I can use my phone, because I wasn't even charging the GoPro battery for a while, and then I had to be like, oh crap, and then plugged it back in. But yeah, like I said, the GoPro won't charge and film at the same time apparently, but this one will, I think. I heard my dad make a noise while he was eating, and I have fucking psychosis, so I had to imitate him for like 20 seconds before he noticed me and did it again. But on purpose, so that I knew that it was a conscious action. What the hell? Where is the charging block that he mentioned? Maybe he meant... Yeah, he probably meant this one. Just unplug this for now, hopefully. There. Now let's see if that starts charging. Is it charging? Yes, it is. Tissue box to the rescue. Damn, this is so annoying. So annoying. So annoying. Alright, second camera angle be like, Huke, checking on the book. Please forgive our solo troops for being assholes. There. Do you want to see the screen or me playing more? Probably the screen, right? Okay, we'll do it right here. Oh, I hope that doesn't fall. Oh. I just got nausea, boy. Alright, I'm putting my wallet in front. Hopefully that will stabilize it enough. Okay, as long as nothing happens, I think we should be good to go. And remember, I did a few levels in between, and this is the last level. Shit!
did. And if you're just joining us, you will be very glad you did. Still to come, we'll hear from renowned roots and blues group Larkin. But we're going to open the second hour with an introspective singer and songwriter based in London. She was born in Munich to Spanish and American parents, and she mostly grew up in Madrid. Her dad had a job that took them around the world.
Yes. As long as I get that ultimate warlord rating, it's all good.
And next time I film the campaign, I'll make sure I do it with a full battery. Maybe I'll just do it like this next time. Yep.
Swag.